Hi everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. I invite you to hit the subscribe button if you are new to my channel. I am Dawn and I'm a 55-year-old woman in the mature beauty community. And yeah, I would love to get to know you better, and drop me a comment and let me know if you're new or even if you're not. I love when you say hello to me. I love interacting with you. So it is already Thursday and it feels like it's really early in the week still for me, because we had a whirlwind weekend and week. And that was because I had two graduates. My middle daughter graduated from Carthage College in Wisconsin, and we attended her graduation. And let me tell you, that was a very unique graduation. Instead of having a large venue where you watch the whole graduating class walk and accept their diplomas and, you know, your very traditional graduation ceremony, they do something different. They decorate a very large portion of Carthage's buildings where they have the library, the cafeteria, the science building, all different buildings or part of the same building where your child may have taken a lot of classes, and they sign up for a time to walk. And instead of happening at one day at one time, it happens over several days, but you only attend your child's graduation. And so it takes about 25 minutes to a half an hour, and you walk through these buildings, and there's photographers there taking pictures, and you see the all these buildings decorated for graduation, and you just walk through with your graduate while they're wearing their cap and gown. And then at the very end, you end up in the chapel on campus, and it's all set up like a traditional graduation stage with all the administrators and several of the department heads of the school that your child attended. So for example, my daughter is a social worker now. So a lot of people that knew her personally from the social work department were there to shake our hand. They said so many nice things about Paulina, and it was very personal. And then your child walks the stage. There's pom-poms out in the benches and all kinds of devices to celebrate like you have on New Year's Eve, and you can hoot and holler and cheer for your child as loudly as you want. And then when you're finished, they walk the stage, get their diploma, and you all exit the building together. And then they have this huge barbecue on campus that was so much fun, and it was just a really unique situation. I'll try to enclose some pictures and you can get a feel for it. So it was really different than all the other graduations I've ever attended, and it was a lot of fun. And then on Monday, my youngest son, graduated high school. So he graduated high school and he's off to college in the fall. And that was really exciting and fun too. We took him out beforehand because the graduation was at 4. So we ate a nice lunch. And then my daughter Paulina was home for his graduation. So she just stayed home Tuesday and Wednesday, and we spent so much time together. It was wonderful. But I felt like it was so many really good things all at once. And that seems to be the way things go, right? So it's you're really looking forward to it. You get all these wonderful moments, and then things are just really quiet. So you're okay, tell the next one. So that's what I've been doing. I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time celebrating. It's a happy time for our family, and I hope that you had a really great week. I wanted to film a video for you today, and if I can, I'll try to squeeze in another one. I know last week I had 2 videos kind of close together just because I wanted to get my videos out, because I've been filming less because things have been so busy. But I was going to share with you some monthly favorites. I don't have a lot. I do have a few makeup items. I have some clothing items. I have some skincare items. And then I have a couple of books that I've been really enjoying. So it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I'm just going to share them with you right now. So let's just jump in and get started. So I'm going to start with something that I've talked about before on my channel. And this is a product that I've been using on and off for about 6 or 7 years. But I've been using it a lot more than ever before, because now that I'm 55 and almost through menopause, that full year of no menstrual cycles, every time I get close to being finished, I have a menstrual cycle. So I have to start again from square one, but I'm close. So my skin has been changing, and I've been adapting my skincare and adapting just a lot of products that I use to my changing body. And so this product has been one that I've really enjoyed in the past, but I've been enjoying so much more now. And it is cacao oil, and it is from Cacao Naturals. It doesn't really matter where you get your cacao oil. I just like to make sure that mine is 100% cold pressed organic cacao oil. And they do have a Cacao Naturals store, I believe, but they have one on Amazon as well. And that's where I've always purchased mine. And when you go to purchase cacao oil, you will see a lot of other recommendations, and I've kind of looked through them, and some other cacao oils look really good as well, but this is the one I've always used. I've never tried another one, so I decided just to stick with it, because if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So if you don't know a lot about cacao oil has more retinol in it than rosehip seed oil. Rosehip seed oil has been, like, I don't know, quote unquote, considered nature's retinol, but cacao oil has, I think, like 3 times the amount of retinol than rosehip seed oil. It also has linoleic acid, which is a really great skincare ingredient. It's an essential fatty acid, omega-6, and it's incredibly hydrating on your skin. And it also is just wonderful for its antioxidant benefits and for repairing your skin barrier. So even though this has a high amount of retinol in it for an oil, it also has that omega-6 fatty essential oil in it, which really helps balance it. It also has the highest amount of antioxidants than many other oils that we use, like rosehip seed oil, carrot oil, just a lot of oils that you hear people talking about. This has a lot of antioxidants in it, and we all need those antioxidants in our skincare to help repair oxidative stress, pollution, just things we do to our skin or that happen to our skin on a daily basis. It helps repair that. And since it's high in retinol, which is vitamin A, it also helps build collagen. It claims to help diminish stretch marks, fine lines and wrinkles, acne scars, and just do a lot of the same things that retinol does for your skin. And I just know I love this oil. And whenever my retinol or my retinaldehyde starts to dry out my skin a little too much, I turn to this. And I turned to this months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, because my skin was getting a little dry from my retinaldehyde, and I've been using it ever since. So I've just been using the heck out of this. I just purchased a new one. It does have sort of an amber color to the oil that looks like that. And that's how it's perfectly normal. And that's what it looks like on your skin. And you just blend it into your skin, and I like to put it on all over my skin at nighttime before bed, and it does kind of soak in my skin and leaves my skin hydrated but not oily or greasy. And it does have a nutty smell to it. So it smells nutty, and that's just the natural scent of cacao oil, which is harvested from a tree in Colombia. And it's not horribly expensive. I think it's $34. You can get it on sale periodically from Cacao Naturals, and it lasts about 6 months if I use it every single night, which I've been doing. So I've been loving that, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about it in case you've never tried it and you're looking for an alternative to your Retin-A or your retinaldehyde or retinol. I think this is a really wonderful option for women going through the change. I think it's just a wonderful option for those of us whose skin is a little bit sensitive and drier as we're aging. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you. Next product I'd like to share with you is another product that I purchased on Amazon, and it's from Juno Skin. They have several skincare items, and I've only tried this one because I used to use the Elemis cleansing balm in the shower at night as my first cleanse, but it's very expensive. It's really luxurious, and I love it. it, but it's like $65 and I didn't want to keep paying that. And so then I switched to my Clinique Take the Day Off, and I really like that one a lot too. It's very different than the Elemis. It doesn't feel as luxurious. The Elemis has like a nice little fresh spa lemon scent, and it's very, very light, and it also has a tiny bit of grit in it, so it kind of exfoliates too. Really nice if you don't mind spending a lot on your cleanser. I don't like to spend a lot on cleansers, my body cleansers or my facial cleansers, because they're not on my skin very long at all. So I'm not inclined to put money into those products. So I found Juno Skin on Amazon, and this is the Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. It comes in a little pot like this, and it does come with a little spatula. When I use it by my vanity sink, I use the spatula, but a lot of times I use it in the shower. I have one in both places, and then I just scoop a teeny bit out with my hand. And this is what it looks like. It's like the consistency of maybe like a coconut oil, and you just rub it onto your skin, and I rub it all over my skin, my eyes. It removes waterproof makeup and takes it off completely, and that's why I like to do a double cleanse, because I don't like to get out of the shower and then have to use a separate cleanser to remove my waterproof eye makeup if I'm wearing waterproof eyeliner and things like that, which I am a lot of times these days. So it removes everything. And then I just go in with a very gentle cleansing foam from like CeraVe or Cetaphil or one of those brands, and just go over my skin. But I noticed that when I use the Clinique Take the Day Off, I always like to go in with that second cleanse, because it does leave my skin feeling a little bit greasy, like there's a little residue on it, whereas this does not leave my skin feeling that way. So sometimes I just skip the second cleanse altogether and just go in with this, and then I use a towel to pat my skin off when I get out of the shower. So I wanted to share this with you because it is only $14.99. I like it a lot, and I think I'm going to forego the other cleansing balms from now on, as long as I can use this one. And I'd like to try some of the other skincare products. I think it's a Japanese brand, and they have Japanese pearl barley in the formula and vitamin E as an antioxidant in the formula, and it only has 10 ingredients, so it has a very short ingredient list. So I think that will appeal to many of you, and then the price is amazing too. So I will link this, check it out. I found mine on Amazon. They may have a separate store, but I haven't looked into that yet. But I did click on their other products and thought, I'd eventually like to try some of these other things when I run out of what I'm currently using. So that's the second product I wanted to share with you. Okay, this is a big like Amazon video today. I didn't even realize it until I just hit the third product. So you all know that I joined Pure Barre, and I am loving it, still loving it. I'm on my 66th class today. I've been looking for workout clothes, especially leggings that aren't expensive and that are squat, like, I don't know what the word would be, squat friendly, whereas when you squat, nobody can see through your leggings and you keep your modesty, which I love. And so I found this brand on Amazon and just tried to go for it. I thought, I'm gonna try these and see. And this is the name of the brand. I will link it. And I've ordered several pairs of leggings, and I really love them. I will say that I'm newer to the brand, and I have washed my leggings. I don't put them in the dryer. I hang them to dry, and they're holding up really well. But I want to see how they hold up over 6-8 months of just really continuous wear. So I'll have to report back on that. But the material is so soft, and they're a really good amount of thickness without being too thick. And they also have a really good amount of stretch to them, and they really hold you in. You never want your yoga or workout pants to be too loose, because then, I don't know, you're kind of flopping around in there and they don't look as appealing. But so I feel like a little compression is better, but too tight isn't good either, because you don't want to stretch them beyond what they're supposed to be stretched. So anyways, I really love this brand. I love the way the yoga pants feel. And I have the 7/8 length, because at bar we use the bar for our legs sometimes and things like that. So it's more comfortable if you have something covering you all the way down to your, you know, your ankles. So I like these. They do have a pocket. I don't care about that necessarily because I don't use the pockets for anything because I'm doing group fitness and I'm not listening to AirPods or anything that I need to bring with me. It's not like I'm jogging and need to carry anything with me. And so this is what they're like. I like this red pair a lot, and they stretch really nicely without, like I said, showing anything private. You know how, I think you all know what I'm talking about. A lot of times with black leggings, sometimes you'll see someone wearing black leggings and they're see-through. You know, it seems counterintuitive. You don't think like black would be see-through, but when, you know, but it can be. And so I have a pair on too, and these are purple. So this is what they look like on. Okay, and the next thing is a workout top that I purchased also on Amazon, and somebody was wearing this at my bar class, and I asked them where they got it, and they said Amazon. I was all prepared for them to say Lululemon or something expensive like that, so I was really happy when they told me they got it on Amazon. So I did purchase two of these. One is in a minty green, and one is in this like kind of melon color, and they are really nice tops. I think you may have seen me wear these in my videos recently, but what I like about this is that the front just kind of really covers you up. It's got a built-in bra, which is perfect. It's the perfect amount of compression without too much. It holds you in, you can work out, and you don't feel like you're flapping in the wind. Don't mean to sound crude, but you know, when you're talking about workout clothes, I feel like it's almost like you're talking about underwear. But the back is what's so cute. This is the back, and it's super cute on. And I've seen several ladies wearing these at bar. Some of them are very thin, but some of them are not very thin. And you know, we all kind of get that little roll sometimes underneath our bra, but it doesn't even look, the way it's cut in the back, it does cover more than you think. The way it's cut is incredibly flattering. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but I can look at my Amazon list and link it because I've purchased two of them and I think they're so cute. The next thing is a little Natasha Denona palette, and this is the bronze palette. I got this palette in the winter time, and I didn't use it a ton in the winter time because I feel like it's a palette that lends itself more to like that bronzy summer look. And I don't know, I was really in love with the Starlit palette over the winter and the Star palette and a few of my other Natasha Denona palettes. But this summer, I've been really enjoying this one. And this is what it looks like. And I'm wearing it today. And I can do a look for you with this palette. It has some really pretty mattes. It has this color right here, and it's like a brick red, and then it's got this really deep, this would be like maybe a terracotta, and this would be more of a brick, right? But look how creamy they are. They're really creamy mattes. And so today I have the darker of the two, just a tiny bit in the outer corner, and I smoked it out. And then I have this in my crease, and it's another matte, and that's what that looks like. It's also like, you know, just kind of like the color of my hair, sort of a strawberry blonde, if you will. And then it also has this matte. So it's 4 mattes in this palette. This, and this. And then it has a topper shade. And you know how I've talked to you before about how I don't like how some of the Natasha Denona topper shades can be very crumbly. This one is not a crumbly topper shade. It's a creamy topper shade. And look at that. It's like the perfect copper. Such a pretty little palette for summertime. And what I've been enjoying is using another palette from Natasha Denona that I got when this first came out, probably about a year ago. And this is also the Bronze Cheek palette. So I have the Bronze Cheek palette and the Bronze Eyeshadow palette. And this is what the Cheek palette looks like. I think I used this in a video where I used this whole palette everywhere for a one face palette, which I've liked doing a lot. But now that I have the bronze eyeshadow palette, I like using them together. If you want to see a look with this palette and the bronze face palette, I could do that. Let me know. But this has that plastic cover over it because these are creams, kind of like those squishy creams, like when you push your finger into them, it makes a dent. And then you have your two powders, really pretty together. I've been enjoying it very, very much. So I wanted to share these with you for a really pretty summertime bronzy makeup look. I have two more things, and these are the books I've been reading and an activity I've been doing while I'm reading my books. So I'm listening to these books on Audible, and lately I've been on a Lisa Jewell kick. She's really, really popular, and I am late to the game, but I know a lot of you probably have read her books before, but if you haven't, I really like her books, and I like listening to them on Audible because the readers are really good, and I can just listen as I go throughout my day, as I drive in my car, as I cook, as I do just about anything I need to do. If I'm cleaning the house, I just listen as I go. So the first Lisa Jewell book I read is The Family Upstairs, and I hadn't read any of her other books, and I really enjoyed it. And when I finished, there were some loose ends, and I realized she wrote a second book, and the second book is The Family Returns, and she kind of ties up some loose ends and expands on some characters that she didn't expand on in The Family Upstairs, and they were really good. So I read those two books together, and I enjoyed them. Then I read the book None of This Is True, and I really enjoyed that book as well. So then I started Watching You. That's the name of the book. And this one didn't grasp me right away, but now that I'm into it, I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know, her stories just kind of pull me in. Fictional stories, but I really like the way she develops the characters, and all the characters are intertwined, but there aren't so many characters that you get lost. Like, you're like, well, who is this person? I've read some books where there are just too many characters and I can't remember who certain characters were as the book goes on. But I've been really enjoying Lisa Jewell. I have a couple more I'd like to read. I have my Goodreads account up and going, so I have a ton of books that I would like to read that are in my queue. So I wanted to share those with you. And the activity I've been doing is knitting. I went to a knitting class, and my Bible study group breaks for the summer. We do still get together over the summer a few times just to socialize and do something fun, but I wanted something consistently that I could go to every week or every other week, and so I joined the knitting group. The ladies are so nice and so pleasant, and they taught me to knit. Now, this is a really just basic knitting, how to cast on, how to do the knit, like knit, 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 but I'm not purling or doing anything fancy yet, and then how to cast off. And so I made a few wash rags, and I will tell you that if you watch Melissa 55, which I'm sure all of you do, she did a knitting demo, and I've referred to that, especially with casting on. After I learned how to do it after my first class, and I was working on a washcloth, and then a washcloth, I used her video to cast off and then to cast back on to make this thing that I'm making. And I made a couple wash rags, but now I'm trying to make a scarf. So I think basically all I do is just keep on going until it's the desired length. But I've also been practicing with different weights of yarn. So this is the yarn I'm currently using. I did have some yarn that they gave me at the knitting class, and that was really nice, beginner yarn, but I wanted something a little bit different. So I got this yarn off of Amazon, and then I also got a bulky yarn that I saw a YouTuber on the How to Knit channel, I'll link it below, that she used, and I thought that was really nice. But right now, without any expertise, I felt like everything was getting a little too tight, and it was getting harder for me to work with it. So I think that was a little too bulky for me. So I need to go down in bulkiness. But I went back to this because I have some yarn here, and I'm going to make a scarf with this. And my goal, that I hope isn't too lofty of a goal, is to knit 4 scarves by Christmas time so I can give one to each of my children. So that's the goal, and I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So we'll see. But anyway, those are my monthly favorites for the month of May. Yeah, May or maybe April. I don't think I did a monthly favorites in April, but my monthly favorites are a giveaway. So I thought that for my giveaway, I would give one of you the Juno cleansing oil, and they have a moisturizer that I've got my eye on. So I thought I would also add that moisturizer, even though I haven't tried it. One of you can try it and you can let me know how you like it. But I love this. So if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, just say the word Juno somewhere in your comment and I'll know you want to be entered in the giveaway. And about a week, 10 to 12 days after this video goes up, I will announce the winner in the description box of that week's video. So you need to come back and check. If you don't come back and check, or if you miss it somehow, when you comment again, I'll let you know that you are the winner, because sometimes that happens. But yeah, so let me know if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway. And you also have to be a subscriber to my channel and like this video. And I hope that you all have a very blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.